So, you might be wondering how we got to this point, facing off against one of the most powerful post-game bosses in mainline Pokemon game history. Well, it all started about 2 years ago, when two idiots decided to make a YouTube channel. Fast forward 2 years later, when those same idiots finally made decent content, being rewarded for such by reaching every tuber's first goal, 100 subscribers. Grateful for the viewership, one of the idiots, Champ, suggested making a special video as a thank you. However, neither of the two morons had a concrete idea of what to do. Champ suggested a Q&A, but Tetsu, the other idiot in this duo, suggested they ask their subscribers. After doing so, a poll was written with 3 suggestions. The Q&A idea as a neutral proposition, a 2-player hardcore no candy Nuzlocke in LGPE, an idea proposed by Tetsu, and finally a Mewtwo only run in Generation 2, a motion by Champ. Obviously the latter one, although a day before the deciding vote, it looked like they would be doing the bottom two as a double feature. Whew. Dodge that bullet. In all seriousness though, thank you everyone who have and is giving the small channel consideration. It might not sound like much, but it means a lot to us. Here's to all of you. Hey everybody, this is Tetsu.
And I'm Champ, and welcome to the 100 sub special, Mewtwo, a Pokemon that really needs no introduction.
Yeah, and as you can see, we got a little bit of information here about some of the moves that you two can learn, especially the tutor moves, which... Did you ever actually use those?
No, I did not. The entire run, I did not use any tutorable moves. I really didn't even use any rare candies till a certain point of the game either.
Yeah, that's...
Mewtwo is just really good.
It is. It basically steam... Like, nobody should be surprised by this. It completely steamrolls through the game. Like, completely.
And
but...
you would think in a generation where the dark type is a thing, that really wouldn't be... much of a thing, that there would be certain points during the game, especially with, like, Jasmine, that you would stall at some point. But there's really not.
I mean, to be fair, Claire could possibly give you, like, a really tough time, depending on, a little bit of luck.
Or even Karen. But, like, as you see, we're doing the early game stuff here, nothing really exciting happens.
No, it's basically just the same old. We get the egg, go back to Professor Elm, and on to the rival.
And here's Rival 1. We made him pick Totodile because Crocodile and Feraligatr learned Bite.
That's basically
That's it. Yeah. So, 2 Confusions takes care of Rival 1, and we'll move on. Nothing else exciting, so let's go ahead and talk about Faulkner here.
Yeah, Faulkner... I mean, it's kind of an interesting thing. This actually could have gone pretty badly if Mudslap, missed chances were a thing. But due to how Faulkner's AI works...
If he actually used Mudslap.
Well, he's not going to.
I know.
Like, tackles...
There's a one-shot on Pidgey.
Yeah, I mean, we do outspeed, to be fair. But Mudslap, because it's not super effective, they wouldn't use it, so they'll go for the highest attacking move. And from here, we move on to Bugsy. Now... Well, after Union Cave, of course. Although, there is one thing to be said about this. Bugsy potentially had a chance...
Fury Cutter.
Yeah, to actually stall us out with Fury Cutter in that case. But...
Fury Cutter, the only problem with Fury Cutter is you have to hit it with consecutive turns, and...
Well, to be fair, that's not exactly difficult.
No, but, like, it can miss.
It can, but the biggest thing is that Mewtwo is just faster.
Yeah, Mewtwo's faster, Mewtwo's stronger, Mewtwo win.
Yeah, but first we do need to take care of a few other things.
The Team Rocket Well event!
Yeah. Which,
I mean...
I will give Game Freak this, like in
Victory.
Pokemon and Gold... Like,
Victory.
Yeah. In Heart Gold and Soul Silver, they actually touched this up a bit, and I gotta commend them for that. Like, this one guy here that we're actually gonna fight.
And you guys aren't gonna believe this, but... We're gonna use Confusion, and it's a one-shot.
Yes.
I mean, get used to that theme as this video goes on.
Yes, it's... Now, to be fair, there are gonna be some mons that actually do survive. But this isn't this should not be surprising at all.
No. I mean, here we go, Metapod. Ready? One shot. Now, here comes Scyther, and this is the part... So, it does about, what do you say, a quarter?
Roughly.
Okay, another quarter, another Confusion, and a third Confusion, and there goes Scyther.
Now, if it outsped us, that would be a whole
Hi, Kakuna.
different thing.
Bye, Kakuna. And that's 2 badges in relatively ease.
Yep. And we do receive the Hive badge, and we move on to the second rival battle.
And guess what? Another one-shot. Zubat, a one-shot.
Yep. And finally, Croconaw. Is this going to be a one-shot? No.
But it goes for Water Gun. And look at how much damage that critical hit did to us.
Not
very much. So there's Rival 2. And as you can see, we're just speeding through this.
Yes.
I mean, there's nothing really to talk about because it's confusion.
I guess it kind of depends. Like,
but that'll change when we get to Goldenrod.
Yeah, that's definitely true. There was that.
Oh yeah, the guy I actually thought had Headbutt that didn't have Headbutt.
Yeah.
But here's Headbutt.
And we're gonna go ahead. Green hair guy actually has it.
And we're gonna go ahead and teach Headbutt to Mewtwo for the sole fact of we have another attacking move besides Confusion.
Yeah, Mewtwo actually doesn't have bad attacks, so I mean, that's it's not a bad idea. And it split chance because Mewtwo is normally faster than most of the things we'll be facing.
Right.
So.
And in the Goldenrod department store, you can pick up the TMs for Ice, Thunder, and Fire Punch. But I'm only gonna grab Fire and Ice Punch for right now.
This is true. So, I couldn't really figure out a good transition from here.
Yeah, because I was kind of forgetting what day of the week it was, and I was thinking about Return, and then I realized, oh yeah, our friendship with Mewtwo is probably not high enough yet.
Yeah, we do grab. Well, Champ does grab the bike, which we don't actually use.
I mean, we do to go down Cycling Road in Kanto later, but
that's true.
Anyway, time to battle Whitney.
Yeah.
Aren't you loving the way this voiceover is going?
Yeah, I don't think I've heard anyone do it like this, but then again, I mean, there's two of us actually doing it.
And there goes Clefairy, and here comes the most dangerous Pokemon ever, and Barrier just,
Yeah, Barrier, a move you wouldn't really normally think about. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I don't think Mewtwo is in that much of a danger anyway, but still.
Yeah, and there's the Flame Badge. I mean, it's just obvious to say here, Mewtwo's defense is really good, Mewtwo's special is really good, and here's us grabbing Kenya because we need a Pokemon to use Fly.
Yep, it's sort of tradition for anyone doing a playthrough. We talked to Little Missy here because we weren't 100% sure how we were supposed to go about getting the Squirt Bottle. We hadn't played this in a while.
Yeah, Gen 2 has not been played in a long time. And here's Sudowoodo, Confusion.
It actually does survive, though.
Yeah, it does. It only did half health. And if anybody's wondering, Mewtwo does learn Psychic at level 66, and the TM for Psychic is not available until Kanto.
Yeah.
So, Rival 4.
So we're going to be rocking Confusion for a while.
There's Haunter-Dun, that's another one-shot. Here comes Croconaw, Confusion.
It does survive at least.
Yeah, and there's Bite, and it only did, 15 damage.
Yeah.
And, no, I'm not going to teach Swift here because Headbutt is better.
Now, Swift doesn't miss, but then again...
Fire Punch takes out Magnemite, and Zubat, can you guess what? We use Confusion. There you go. And there's Rival 3.
Yep. And then we go on to Morty, and it's pretty self-explanatory how this goes. I mean,
4 Confusion.
4 poison types. It's no contest.
2 Confusion.
Look at that.
3 Confusions. And maybe we'll use our 4th? Yes, we will. 4 Confusions.
Subscribe to J-Rose. There it is. Alright.
Now we have to battle the Komodo girls to get Surf and figure out where we're going to go next.
Yeah, with this nifty little transition. Alright.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be Chuck. It's obviously going to be Chuck because Chuck has fighting-type Pokemon.
Yes.
We're going to grab the Good Rod to be able to get a Pokemon to use Surf.
And that was a funny little thing, because we kept one-shotting the Krabby. We kept getting...
Yeah. And grab the HM for Strength for later.
Yep.
And now we have to talk to Jasmine so we can go get the medicine to cure Amphi, and then we're off to Cyanwood.
Hey, Jarfofi, what you doing?
And watch this amazingly good transition that I can't remember what I did for.
You grab this.
Yeah, the super potion. We grab the super potion, and then we're gonna go all the way over and drop in the hole. And look, we're at the gym.
Yes.
What a transition, folks.
Oh, boy.
And Chuck, can you guess what move we're gonna use for Chuck? Hint. It starts with a C. Alright, so Chuck's going to start off with Primeape. And watch, Confusion is just a one-shot.
Yep.
Can Poliwrath survive a Confusion? No, it can't. I'll be with a crit. That may have mattered.
Yeah, I've actually not been 100% sure, because I don't know the stats for these particular Pokemon. We did get Fly, by the way. But I am kind of curious if, without that crit, Poliwrath would have survived. I don't think so, but it might have been.
I don't think so either. I mean, I didn't run damage calculations on that Poliwrath. Anyway, time for Jasmine. And now we're going to switch it up. Fire Punch. And Fire Punch.
Now, we are going to suffer our first major amount of damage.
Yeah.
I think.
And yeah, Iron Tail did quite a bit. She goes with Hyper Potion, but that means we're going to win. And there's badge number 6. And like I said, Mewtwo was just rolling through the game.
Yep.
Alright. I did end up losing to this Red Gyarados because I forgot to heal.
Yes. Which I thought about putting in, but it seemed to save time. We beat Rockets again in Price's area.
Yeah. Wasn't that a great idea? Wasn't the Rocket hideout fun? I don't know why I went for Fire Punch right there. But look, man, when you're playing this game and you're not really paying attention all that much because you're using Mewtwo. Dugong goes down in 3 Confusion.
This is the best voiceover ever.
Fire Punch is gonna one-shot Piloswine. And there's badge number 7. And now you get to do the other half of the Team Rocket subplot at the radio tower.
Yep.
And look, they use Poison-type Pokemon. Like, this is the easiest thing ever with a Mewtwo.
Well, Poison and normal.
And now, let's talk about rival number 4. Because he's gonna be just as easy if I wasn't dumb enough and made some stupid moves here. So he's going to start with Golbat. And we're going to use Confusion and it one-shots.
Yep.
Now, here comes Sneasel, Fire Punch, another one-shot.
You would think Sneasel would be more of a threat, but
For Alligator, we go for Headbutt. It goes for Bite. Does decent damage. Another Bite. 3 Headbutts takes out for Alligator. Out comes Magnemite. I, for some reason, misclick and use Barrier.
Going a little too fast.
Yeah, going a little too fast. We get paralyzed. But still, even in my dumb stupidity, Rival 4 is still pretty easy.
Next on to Claire.
And we taught Ice Punch for this battle. Can you guess why? There's one Dragonite down.
Now, to be fair, this could have ended been pretty scary.
Yeah. 2 Dragonair down, and this is the part of the game where I was looking at my phone and not paying attention. Because
It shows you how much he was worried about this.
Yeah, I wasn't worried about Claire at all because I kept looking at my phone. I think I recorded this during, like, a football game or something I was paying attention to. Kingdra, Ice Punch does over half. It goes for Smokescreen. Of course we miss. We get hit with Surf. She uses a Hyper Potion. We miss again. Ice Punch hits, another Smokescreen, we miss again, getting hit by Surf, and finally we hit, and there's badge number 8.
Yep.
Time for the Elite Four.
The Smokescreen stuff could have actually made it a bit difficult, but we did luck out with that.
But before the Elite Four is the last rival fight. Can he possibly slow down Mewtwo? You want to guess? Probably not. But, I mean, he did do some pretty good damage here. Watch, Headbutt takes out Sneasel, Ice Punch will take out Golbat. I thought I used Confusion there. I almost said Confusion. Magneton, we don't have Fire Punch anymore, but Ice Punch does over half.
Yeah, that
we get paralyzed. Ice Punch finishes off Magneton.
That did nearly screw you.
Yeah. I don't know why I, didn't reteach Fire Punch. There goes Haunter. Hi, Kadabra. Bye, Kadabra.
And here's something neither of us knew could actually happen.
Yeah. If you notice that Kadabra used Future Sight there, but Future Sight just failed.
Yeah, that was something neither of us actually knew could happen.
Had I taught Fire Punch, that battle would have been easier, and we almost lost.
We almost did, yeah.
Elite Four time. Let's talk about Will. And Will is ridiculously easy.
Really hard to say why.
We did teach Shadow Ball for the Elite Four, and watch, Ice Punch. And there was one. Ice Punch takes out the second Xatu. Out comes Jinx. Shadow Ball will be a one-shot. Executor, we're going to go for Ice Punch, and it will one-shot. And last is Slowbro, and Shadow Ball does not one-shot.
Surprisingly,
but a second Shadow Ball finishes it, and there's Will, no damage. Up next is Koga. Ariados is going to go down in 1 confusion. And up next is Fortress. I don't have Fire Punch, so Ice Punch does that. We go for confusion. Crit coming clutch.
Good thing it didn't blow up.
Right. Confusion will take out Crobat. Out comes Muck, and it's going to survive a confusion.
It does minimize, too.
Yeah. Sludge Bomb, but a second confusion does finish it off. Last is Venomoth. And I keep getting confused every time. Speaking of getting confused.
Yep, you are confused.
You're going to get hit confusion. Hit a confusion the second time, get hit by Toxic. Confusion finishes it, and that's Koga. Bruno! Alright, here we go. I was going to surprise you. Confusion will one-shot. Out comes Onyx. We're going to go for Confusion. That'll one-shot. Hitmonlee. Confusion will one-shot it. Hitmonchan comes out next. And Machamp comes out next. He survives a confusion. Cross-shot hardly does anything. A second confusion finishes it, which means that's a range. And Hitmonchan, a final confusion finishes it. Now here comes the one I'm kind of worried about.
Yep. Okay, so Umbreon has the potential to not only confuse us, but use Sand Attack repeatedly. So this could potentially be an issue for us. And it does quite a bit of damage with Feint Attack, to be fair. And confusion damage doesn't help either.
64 damage for the rest of the battle. Is it going to be enough?
Murkrow obviously is outsped. Now, Houndoom is kind of scary. But we ended up hitting it with a crit headbutt. Gengar, yeah, it gets outsped.
Last is Vileplume.
Which, I mean, is not a real threat.
A one-shot. And that's Karen. That could have been worse.
Could have been a lot worse.
Alright, finally, Pokemon Champion Lance. We taught Thunder Punch for this battle, and it's going to one-shot Gyarados. And out will come his first Dragonite. Ice Punch will one-shot. 2 down. Out comes another Dragonite. And guess what? Another Ice Punch.
Yep.
3 down. Out comes Aerodactyl. We're going to switch to Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch will one-shot Aerodactyl. Out will come Charizard. And Thunder Punch will one-shot Charizard. And Dragonite comes out, and a final Ice Punch will do it. And Mewtwo has cleared Johto at level 52.
I don't know what y'all would be expecting at this point.
I mean, Mewtwo dominated the Johto region.
Completely.
But that's not all, because we have the 8 Kanto badges to go.
This is true.
And the final battle against Red.
Now, using this little time we do have, I want to specify something. This was probably one of the first time I have made editing like this. And my software was not making it easy.
No, your software crashed repeatedly.
It did. And it was driving me freaking nuts.
So, to recap, Mewtwo dominates Johto. But now, we're on to Kanto, and we have the 8 Kanto badges. And we're at a better place to start than you start in Vermilion.
Yeah, start Vermilion, and this actually gave you a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, because, okay, I will admit, I don't know if you kept this in or not. Did you keep it in?
I think so.
Okay, so, I lost to Surge.
Yeah, he went from, I don't know where that joke goes, really.
I mean, look, and we get paralyzed, and we get hit by thunder, and we get stalled by paralysis. Confusion will take out Raichu. That'll come out the first Electrode. I go for Shadow Ball, and it's not a one-shot.
Explosion.
Explosion drops us to 53 health. Out comes Magneton. I go for Shadow Ball.
It actually doesn't do much, because if I remember correctly, Steel resists Ghost.
We almost take it out, but Zap Cannon finishes. Okay, this time I quit Paralysis Cure Berry. I teach Fire Punch. Shadow Ball. Almost one hits Raichu. Thunder Wave misses. Out comes the first Electrode. Confusion almost one-shots. It goes for Double Team. Second one finishes. Out comes Magneton. This time we have Fire Punch, and it one-shots.
Yep.
Out comes the second Electrode. Confusion hits. Confusion one-shots. Finally comes Electabuzz. We go for Confusion. Does over half. Thunder. He goes for Hyper Potion. Confusion again. And a third Confusion will finish it. And there's the Thunder Badge.
Yep. And next, well, we head to Saffron City and we get Psychic!
Which is going to activate easy mode for the rest of these gyms.
Yeah, if it wasn't easy enough already.
And since we're in Saffron, let's battle Sabrina. She'll start with Espeon, and we go for Shadow Ball. And folks, it's a one-shot. Next is Mr. Mime, and another one-shot. Last will be her Alakazam, and guess what? It's another one-shot. And there's the second Kanto badge.
Yep, and
the Marsh badge.
After this, on to Erica.
Tangela comes out, Fire Punch, one-shots. And then out comes Jumpluff, and it's a one-shot with Fire Punch. Bellossom, can it survive? Nope, that's another one-shot. And last will be Victory Bell. We go for Psychic just to switch things up, and it's a one-shot. 3 Kanto Gym badges. Up next is Misty. She'll start with Golduck. We're going to go for Thunder Punch. Starmie, Thunder Punch. The dogs are getting so excited about my commentary. Quagsire, Psychic, because it's a ground type. And Lapras, can it survive? It's pretty bulky, but Thunder Punch one-shots it. And there's 4 Kanto Gym badges. Janine, she uses Pokemon in the high level 30s.
They're also poison types.
Yeah, they're also poison types. So, Psychic, by Crobat.
It really is. Now, admittedly, I can't really put fully on Game Freak for that, but I do have to question, what made you think that it was a good idea to lower the levels so much?
The first Weezing. It's a Psychic. That's 3 down. I mean, our commentary here. Here comes the second Weezing. Can you guess what? We're going to use Psychic, and it's another one-shot. That's 4. 4 Pokemon down. Her last is Venomoth. This time I remember to use Psychic. And therefore, that's 5 one-shots. And that's Gym Badge number 5.
I mean, at this point, this might as well just be One Shot the movie.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, Brock. Can you guess what we're going to use? It's called Psychic. There goes Graveler.
It doesn't have very good special effects.
Omastar is a one-shot with Psychic. Rhyhorn is definitely going to be a one-shot with Psychic. Onyx is going to be a one-shot with Psychic.
If you didn't know.
Yeah. And Kabutops is a one-shot with Psychic. And there's another badge down. 2 gym leaders left.
Next is Blaine, right?
Yeah, Blaine. Macargo. It's pretty bulky, but it's one-shot with Psychic. I'll be with a crit. Pretty sure the crit didn't matter. Magmar gets hit with a critical hit. Finally, Rapidash. It's a crit. I mean, it's a one-shot. Last is Blue. Any Kanto gym leader could challenge us, it would be Blue.
Probably the toughest gym leader in this part of the game.
Pidgeot gets one shot with Thunder Punch. Alakazam will get one shot with Shadow Ball. Rhydon is going to get one shot with Psychic. Gyarados is going to get one shot with Thunder Punch.
Now, Exeggutor could have done something, but no.
It's another one shot. The last is Arcanine. We go for Psychic.
And it will survive.
And it will survive. And Flamethrower does decent damage. He goes for a full restore. We're going to go for Psychic and finish it. No, he goes for another full restore. Another Psychic. And we'll finish it off. And there's all 8 Kanto Gym badges.
Yep.
So anything you want to say about Kanto?
Well, I suppose I really don't get. Okay, time constraints I understand was one thing. Like, the fact these games were put on a real time crunch is understandable. And the fact that they did so much with what space they had, limited on the cartridge, is commendable. But that don't mean that we ain't gonna ask why! But anyway, yeah, we had to go back and get Flash.
Yeah, I went back and got Flash because I don't remember Mount Silver.
Yeah. And checking up maps didn't really help either.
So, as we go through here really super quick and just getting Flash, Mewtwo flew through this game. But if there's any trainer in the entirety of Johto and Kanto that could slow Mewtwo down,
it would be Red.
It would be Red. He's going to start off with a level 81 Pikachu, which I'm not really afraid of.
Yeah.
But here we go. Here's Red.
This is the first battle.
Psychic takes out Pikachu in one hit. For Espeon, we're going to switch to Shadow Ball. Will it one-shot? No.
And this is actually a constant right here. We don't... Oh, and here's the big torture right here.
Yeah, and here's the wall. And
unfortunately... The mine that really...
There it is. We get paralyzed with Body Slam. Try to go for Thunder Punch in vain. Try to get it paralyzed, and... Yeah.
So, for those who are wondering, Snorlax is literally the biggest issue. Like all the other mons that Red has, Snorlax is the only one that is an issue. Right. Shadow Ball can't hit it. It's our strongest physical move. But Psychic, along with Snorlax Amnesia, just makes it to where it does poultry damage. So we started using Toxic to try to, make that a bit easier on us. But not only is that not a guarantee, we also have the problem of paralysis. Snorlax does hit very hard, and it has a chance to paralyze, which...
Even equipping a Paralysis Cure Berry...
doesn't really help.
Doesn't help. I mean, the poison damage will add up. It's going to take 4 turns with the poison damage to knock Snorlax out, and see, there's another paralysis.
Yep.
Also, Espeon can throw up Reflect.
Well, to be fair, that's not a real big issue because we...
No, but I'm just saying, I'd rather use Reflect than use Psychic, but sometimes, for some reason, it will go for Psychic.
I think that might have been more to our level, because it figured it'd probably be more helpful to do, but...
Yeah, and look, I mean, we even used the 2 rare candies that I had at this point, because I was trying to avoid using rare candies, but... As you can tell, this isn't really gonna work.
This actually went a lot better.
This is the one time we got past Snorlax.
Yeah.
At level 63.
With 8 HP.
With 8 HP. I did re-equip the leftovers here. So out comes Charizard. Thunder Punch is gonna one-shot Albie with a critical hit.
Yeah, we find out later that's not so much the case.
Yeah. And Blastoise, Thunder Punch does only half, and Surf knocks us out.
Yeah.
So... We're gonna come back here in a little bit. I went out and found a whole bunch of rare candies.
Yep.
And 6 to be exact, and get our level all the way up to level 67. And we're gonna try this again with the Toxic strategy.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is, while Toxic isn't a bad move, we don't really have much in the way of healing, to be fair. Because we don't learn Recover until, what? What? It was like in the 60s or 70s?
In the 70s. Recover would be amazing to have, but if this doesn't work, then I'm going to have to go level up and try to get Recover.
Now, to be fair, there are other strategies we could have used. For example, we could have tried a Rest Talk set, we could have tried a Curse set, of all kinds of things. Mewtwo has access to quite a massive move pool. But we wanted to try to see if this was even possible. But as you can see,
and we even got a crit there.
And we still got, Shadow.
Yeah. We got flinched by Snore, Psychic, and Snorlax wakes up and it
goes right back to sleep.
And you can see Psychic is barely doing anything.
Yep.
So...
And that's 2 amnesias.
Again, yeah, 2 amnesias. And hardly anything, and we lose. Okay, I have a crazy idea. We're going to teach Dynamic Punch.
Champ decided that this would be something to try, and hey, nothing else was working.
Right? So we're going to delete Toxic, and we're going to try Dynamic Punch. And hopefully, this will be the final battle. Alright, so Red's going to start off with Pikachu. We're going to go for Psychic. We did find out Shadow Ball will not one-shot Pikachu.
To be fair, when we did the battle calculation, the way these mons are, I don't think they have perfect IV.
No, but I did find out after. So, Dynamic Punch hits and does over half and Confused, but it goes for Amnesia. We miss Dynamic Punch and it uses Rest.
But here's the kicker, folks.
Dynamic Punch hits, and it's gonna be a critical hit.
Which is
huge.
It is for a full
out
HP.
Comes Charizard. Thunder Punch does over half. Flamethrower does pretty good damage. And down goes Charizard. 2 left. We can knock out Blastoise. We're going to win this fight. Here we go for Psychic. It does over half. It goes for Rain Dance. A second Psychic finishes it. And we're going to do this at level 68 because last is Venusaur. We go for Psychic. And it one-shot. And Mewtwo has defeated Pokemon Crystal at level 68.
Yep.
So,
and with that,
thank you guys again so much for the 100 subs. We do realize we're at 130 something right now, so this is actually a little past that.
Yeah, sorry about that. My software was not helping at all.
So, if you enjoy these challenge styles, we could do more of these. Just let us know in the comments below.
And we'll see you all later.
I'm Champ.
I'm Tatsu.
And thanks for watching.